Welcome back for part 2 of Shears and Coffee, Coffee After Dark. In this episode, we get right into talking about struggles as a stylist and the importance of listening to your trusted stylist. And later on, we get into a fun little game where you get to know a few of our stylists from the Naperville Route 59 location. Thanks again for tuning in.
It's also important, like we say, we're such yes people, you know, like you always want to say yes to your clients, you want to make them happy, you want to give them what they want. But I do think it's like also a huge thing being a stylist is like knowing when to say no, knowing what your limit is. Is this the first time you're seeing this client and they're the blondest blonde they can be and they're asking you to take them jet black? You know what I mean? I feel like there's times where we have to use our discernment, and I think that when you're first starting out and first doing hair, it's harder to find that because you just want to be the person that can do everything, that can say yes. Because I think that's how they very much are in beauty school as well, is you want to be the one-stop shop. You want to do the perms, you want to do the keratins, you want to do the color, you want to do everything. But I think sometimes it's good to like breathe, take a step back and be like, is this in my wheelhouse? Do I know, are we on the same page? I feel like there's a lot of different different ways to go about it.
And you don't necessarily have to be like, I'm not going to do any perms at all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this
I'm not
at
saying
all.
that.
I'm not going to do that at all. I refuse to do this. I just want to do vibrant colors, or I just want to do blonde. I just want to do highlights. You don't necessarily have to be that. It can be as simple as saying, I'm so sorry. Your hair has box dye in it, or your hair has permanent color in it. I just don't think I'd be the best person to deal with this, but let me give you to somebody else who will, I think, be better.
I think transparency is very important, and I have had multiple times, and it's taken so long to be able to even be able to do this, but I have had clients in my chair where they will show me maybe like a very textured haircut or a shag, or like maybe something that I personally have never tried before, but maybe I took a class for it, or I saw like in Instagram reel about like a tutorial of how to do this, or like
a diagram or something.
I have taken a class here at FG before, but I haven't fully practiced the haircut myself. And I will get clients in my chair that will show me this, and I will fully tell them, you know what, I'm gonna be honest, I have not done this on an actual person before, but I know what I'm doing, and I know that I can do this. I will probably just need a little bit of your guidance throughout the way, just to know if like I'm taking the side short enough, if I'm taking the back short enough, but like just know like this is like new for me, because I don't want to sit there and be like, oh my god, yes, I got this, and I'm here like with my shears like shaking because I don't know what I'm doing. I want I think transparency is very important, to be able to say like, hey, like this, I'm trying a new technique, and I want to see what you think about it, and see if like, do you like it, do you not like it, and if
do you like it,
we can fix it. Or,
and you ask them if they're comfortable with that. Like when I'm doing somebody whose hair is really, really straight, and you want like lots and lots of like jaggedness, you want to see those layers, you want a lot of texture, I'll be like, how do you feel about me doing your cut with a razor today? You know, you've never had a razor cut before. I'm like, it'll go like this is what it entails, and this is how it happens. Do you feel comfortable? You know? And they're like, you know what, I think I have like this wedding to go to, maybe we'll just stay in our comfort zone, and then next time we'll do more. Or, you know, it could go like, oh my gosh, yes, I was waiting for somebody to ask me that. So, like you said, transparency and honesty is one of the best things you can have as a stylist, because I feel like it makes you better as a stylist.
Yeah. I think if it's not transparency about yourself, like about whether you have the ability to do or not do something, I think it's also, like we talked about, kind of like people pleasing. I think being able to tell your clients no because of something that's out of your control.
Yes.
Like maybe you do know what you're doing.
Hair has its limits.
Yes.
Like
my client yesterday was talking about how, no, it wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago. She was talking about how her sister has never dyed her hair before, and she wanted to get her like balayage done, or was thinking about getting her balayage done. So I told my client that wherever her sister decides to go, she needs to get a texturing done. where literally you just take like a tiny little section in the back of your head. And honestly, I always leave it up to my clients. Sometimes I will literally just like cut the tiniest little piece in the back of their head. Some people are not comfortable with that because it's like,
I think it's scary to them.
yeah,
They don't.
because they're like, you're gonna take a whole chunk.
Yeah.
But
the balls fly.
Most of the time we just texturize it, which
Yeah.
means we just take texture shears, and it doesn't even cut length. It just takes some bulk off of your actual strand, and then we just take that hair.
But the idea is that we want to just like put some liner on it. First of all, to see how it lives. Is there going to be any bands? Most important part is like your hair going to fall off, because it's better to do. Yeah, it's better to do a test strand, one small test strand, instead of being like,
your whole head's spoiled. Now let's see how this went.
yeah.
And it's when we ask for test strand, I know it seems very scary. I know it seems like very
maybe even unnecessary sometimes.
Yeah,
some
it's
people
like, oh
think
my
it's
gosh,
really
why can't we just do it?
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Because it is, your hair is on your head, and your hair is important, and we all love our hair, and we want to make sure that your hair stays with the integrity of it.
Yeah.
And because like I always tell my clients, I'm like, your color is my number 2 priority.
Yeah.
Like, it is amazing. Like, we can get you that color. If we can get it, we can get it. But the number one priority of your hair for me is always going to be the integrity of your hair.
I agree.
Because if there's no hair, there's no color.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, it's blonde, but it's on the
It's on
floor.
It's a tent on the floor.
on the floor. Yeah. I mean, there's no point if we're sweeping it off every single time.
Yeah.
Right? So, keep your hair healthy.
Yeah.
And
And
So
also
you gotta trust
sometimes,
us.
sometimes you know what? Honestly, there are clients that are like, I don't care.
Yeah. And that is one of the things, I think, saying yes and saying no, because obviously, again, you want to be the yes man. You have to know your limits, but there are some clients that have been highlighting their hair for longer than I've been alive. And
Yeah.
if they look at me and they tell me, you're going to do my, yes, ma'am. You know, but you, at that point, I'm like, I'm picking my battles.
Yeah.
You already know what's going to happen. You see it. You've had multiple stylists before me. I'm not the first one to tell you this. Okay, I'm going to recommend you do treatments, and I'm still going to recommend that you do the best thing you can. But at the end of the day, it's your hair.
Yeah.
You know? It's
No
not
one knows.
your choice.
Yeah.
No one knows your hair better than yourself.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
your hairstylist. Your hairstylist that you've been seeing for 50 years. Girl, you have your hair every
you
single
see
day.
your hairstylist like once every 3 months, once every 6 weeks, once every 8 weeks. You see your hair every single day.
That's what I love about
you
hair,
live
though.
with it.
Yeah.
You live with
Yeah.
it. You know, like you either look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, oh my gosh, I feel myself. And we have those clients who take selfies, you know, and then we don't want you to go home and look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't
have
feel
nightmares about
confident.
that.
I don't feel, exactly. Like,
yeah.
it
But anytime-
hurts us as hairstylists just as much as, maybe not just as much, but it does hurt us quite a bit.
Yeah.
More.
As well. With that being said, it is such an important thing to trust your hairstylist, trust the person that you go to. You're literally handing your self-confidence over to them, you know? And as hairstylists, I feel like that is such a huge honor for us. When somebody comes to my chair and they're like, do whatever you want, I trust you 100%. I know you're gonna do good. I'm like, you trust me? You
Yeah.
trust
Or
me?
when they're like, I saw your hair, I knew that you'd be perfect. Like whenever
I saw
I'm
your
like,
Instagram. I saw you, yeah.
What I was saying is, whether you are I know from a client's perspective, it looks a little bit weird when we are like, oh, but we're gonna have to do it this way, we're gonna have to do it that way, or we're gonna have to add color to it for your blonde to go darker. It feels so weird, but at the end of the day, I feel like hair is a science. It is a very science-based thing, and that's why we go to school, right? Like, and I feel like hair has laws as well. It has rules. There's certain rules that you do and certain rules that you learn to kind of
learn to
stretch.
break, yeah.
Yeah. You stretch the rules out a little bit here and there. Whether you are a new stylist or a seasoned stylist, I feel like especially as a new stylist, right? It feels really weird when you are being told, do not mix these two developers. Do not mix this, do not do that. Don't mix this line and that line together. But when you actually go to the salon and you see other seasoned, more like veteran stylists work, you know, been working for 10 plus years, you see they're like putting heat on the hair or doing this or mixing stuff together. But I feel like you have to know the rules and work with them and have a foundation before you do anything else. What do you guys think?
100%. I can say even in the training program, shout out Bella from Wheaton, my color educator. She was amazing.
She's so great. Love Bella.
It was hilarious because she would, she's giving us these packets and things of, the different color rules, like you're saying, what not to mix. And then we'd bring in our models and she would mix them and we'd be like, and she's like, oh, don't worry about that. She's like, there's rules you can break and there's rules you learn not to break at all. And I think that as you go on, like you said, as you become a more seasoned stylist, you understand what is a law and what is not, right?
Yeah.
Like, again, integrity of the hair, number one thing. You don't mess with anything that's going to mess with the integrity of the hair,
Yeah. You don't do, like, one of the biggest things, you don't do a perm over, like, extremely bleached hair.
Yeah.
And vice versa. You don't do a highlights over a perm and stuff like that. There's things like that you just
we learn
don't
that
do.
you guys might not know, right? Just
Yeah.
because we went to school, we got educated, we continue to educate ourselves.
And it's such a great platform as well to actually educate our clients, because when you guys come to our chair, we don't expect you to know everything. We
very
don't.
true.
I always say, I went to school, you didn't.
Yeah.
So you might know so much more about stock exchange, you might know so much more about computers and IT because that's what you went to school for, and we know more about hair.
Yeah.
And that is okay. We can teach each other.
It shouldn't be intimidating.
It should, yeah. And I think yes, I love that. Your hair should not intimidate you. We're here to help you not feel intimidated by your hair. Your hairstylist should understand.
Yeah.
That's why you should see them regularly, though, so that we can understand your hair, we can get to know it.
Yeah.
I think that's why sometimes, as much as I love our clients who, like, we share some clients, like, either blow dries or haircuts, and it's great because, again, we can, like, bounce off of each other's work. But sometimes it's difficult because they're looking for something, but they're telling this person they're looking for it, they're trying their way, there's so many different ways to do hair, then they're going here, they're asking for it, and they have a completely new idea. So sometimes I think that staying consistent with one client, with one stylist, while you're looking for something specific can be really important.
Hair is a journey.
Yeah.
Hair is 100% a journey, especially with when you're trying to achieve a certain goal that you want to keep working at. Like sometimes when somebody, I have somebody who goes to college and they used to have a shag. They used to have like this beautiful wolf shag haircut. Their layers were really short. And they're like, I'm just trying to work my way towards a more traditional, more one-length haircut.
Right.
A more like, like a lob or something. And I'm like, we're going to have to keep shaping your layers every 8 weeks so it doesn't look bad as it grows out.
Yeah.
Right? So if I do your hair once, you decide to go somewhere else, and then you come back and you're like,
they cut my layers.
It's and it is like, don't feel bad about it. If you have to do it, you have to do it. But at the same time, you can't come back to us and be like, I expect you to start it, like
where you left
off.
It's hard.
Because
Yes, I think that's a good way to put it. It's hard to pick up where you left off if you weren't the last one there.
It just depends on person to person. Like we said, everybody does things different ways, and that is such a great thing I feel like about us as like stylists as well. I can literally think about like a color correction or something. Okay, she has highlights. She wants to go to a balayage. She wants her root lifted. She wants the in between also. How would I do it? Then I go to the back and I'm like, Anahi or Sophie, how would you guys do this? And then you'll tell me a completely different. I'm like mind blown. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so. You're right. Save time, save product, or like save the integrity of the hair. Yeah. So, and I feel like that is such a great thing. The diversity among stylists, but also
the different
at the same
mindsets.
time, the different mindsets, which brings us to this platform where we want to play a mini game for you guys.
Speaking of diversity,
Speaking of, yes, all of our, maybe not all of them,
but not all
most
of them.
of them.
Yeah.
So what we had them do is we had them write a motto as a hairstylist. Maybe not exactly a motto. More like what makes you
they
unique.
follow.
Yes, something that they do.
We'll see what they gave us.
Honestly, yeah.
They gave us.
I have no idea.
Asked them to put like little things in there and just write it away. And
I'll show you.
We'll show you, and we're gonna pick them out, and we're gonna guess who you guys are. So
Yes. Okay, so someone wrote something on here and then wrote their name under. I'm gonna read it, and you have to guess which stylist said this.
You have to guess.
yes, you have to guess.
This is funny. Uses only 20 volume developer.
Uses only 20 volume.
Only 20 volume developer.
This can't be
And
Anne. Anne told me she wrote something very funny.
That's so funny. Okay, and what we mean is like in our when we mix our lightener, like what we use.
There's
what
different
speed we
volumes.
use.
There's like
Yeah.
10, 20, 30, 40, you know, like how high you want
5 seconds to guess. 5.
Oh.
Oh, I
Jordan?
Jess.
2. Not Jordan. Do I say? It was Nelly.
Melly!
Guess that one.
It counts. It was in my head.
My turn to quiz. Let's see.
Okay, now we're gonna make it competitive. Whoever guesses the most
And
wins.
since we have
$500.
$500. Chris, similar.
This is just more of a saying that
Okay.
somebody says. Can you wash my hair?
Oh.
Me? It can't be me.
Not you.
I say that all the time.
No.
Caitlin?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
I
Okay,
was
you can
Caitlin.
pick-
The only reason
that's how we
I know that is because she asked me yesterday. When I asked her, can you wash my hair? She goes, can you wash my hair? I'm like, let's go wash each other's hair.
Usually Nellie's the victim. Nellie sits next to me, and I literally have seen Nellie blow dry Caitlin's hair at least 3 times in the past 2 months.
Okay. This is also a saying. This person says, do I have color on my face?
Jody.
Good.
Jody,
Honestly,
not
I
you.
cheated. I cheated because I was there when she said it. I'm not a true winner.
Cheating.
Literally.
That's cheating. I think you just remember. You have good memory. Can we address that beautiful Christmas bag?
Yes.
It's so
very
cute,
festive.
right?
It's pink.
Very
It's
old
pink.
Pink for Valentine's
Pink
Day.
for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Christmas.
Okay. Oh, this one's easy. I'm not that kind of wizard.
Ella.
Yeah.
She told me before she put it in. I was like, okay, I don't want to guess.
I'm like wizard frog, Ella.
That is mushrooms. Oh, sorry, I literally skipped you.
You don't get to pick.
I did that Uno skip. Take your time.
I will, actually.
I don't know why I'm trying to look at it. I literally was.
Yeah, girl. Okay. It's also a saying. I'm never using AN again.
Jordan.
No.
Anne.
That can't be Anne. Anne wrote something really fun. I don't know. I
8N.
feel like 8 and
Cynthia.
No. One more try.
Alexa.
Caitlin.
What? Okay, you cheated. There were only one.
Caitlin, she didn't tell me. She didn't tell me she was putting
Caitlin,
another
if
one.
you're watching this,
Caitlin, you cheated too. Oh shoot, I got more than one.
we work with cheaters.
Okay.
That's a long one.
Oh. Working with Rouge is the highlight of my career until she asked me to do this.
Wait, that's Caitlin too, isn't it?
No, that's Anne.
That's Melissa Ann.
Melissa Ann, okay, you're
I
right.
love you too, Melissa Ann.
Not a saying, but it's okay. Let's see.
You know who I made put in one?
What?
Jameson.
Yeah, I know.
He has one in here.
Oh, this is, I think, actually helpful, but okay, this is Jordan. Again, I know already. Add G or a little cap of AA to your icy tones for brightness and from turning violet.
Perp.
Her. She right.
That's him. Oh my god. Also from Jordan.
Breaking news. More from Jordan.
If it's not white, it will not be light.
This one was actually, I
I
did
say that
hear
all the
her
time,
say
too.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's talking about like when you're.
That's literally
when
so
you're
hard.
painting it
Yeah.
on,
That
yeah.
oil.
She's right though. If you're painting it on, saturate.
Yeah.
Be honest and extremely straightforward. Extremely with an EA. I'm sorry. It doesn't say a name. I don't know who this is.
Oh.
But I'm sorry.
I mean, it was
I'm
like,
gonna spell
I'm like, yes.
but honestly, great point.
Yeah.
Earlier,
point.
transparency.
Yes.
And whoever wrote that, you win.
We don't win. You win.
Hey, what are
Chris
you doing?
Demolaris owes you $500 that you should go ask him.
Because nobody guessed. It's my turn again.
I guess. I just want to.
Okay. Oh, I like this one. The energy you put into the universe will give back to you.
Ella?
Oh, I love this one.
I
No,
do
Ella,
love
I
that
only put one. You guys know who this
Energy
is.
you put into the
Universe. The universe will give back to you. I am a 100% a believer on this one. And I agree with you.
Cynthia?
So true.
Yes!
Cynthia.
We love you, Cynthia.
Cynthia,
She's so
Chris owes
wise.
you $500.
Guys.
Chris, you owe a lot of people $500. I hope you're ready for this to air. Let's see. Oh, this is actually cute. Okay, this is a good one. Can never decide what hair color I want to stick with.
Jordan?
No.
Alexa.
Yes.
Oh.
I was like,
She
who
did
else
good.
is like me?
Who else is like me? That was a really good one.
I'm just like, me, Jordan. Literally everyone at the salon, though.
9B? I'm a blonde? Yeah.
This doesn't have a name, but this says NB, as in the toner NB, meaning no brainer, which that also
And
You
my
said
color
that all the
teacher.
time.
Yeah, I say that all the
Muriel
time.
used to say that.
Muriel
right?
used to say that all the
Is
time.
that why you're always trying to force an MB on me? You're like, I don't know. You should have an MB in there.
I think that was last one. Yeah.
Oh dang, where's maybe that was Jameson.
Oh my
Maybe that
god.
was Jameson.
Wow.
There's
One of the
a-
known names was Jameson.
There's a
That's not
good
that
chance
one.
that was Jameson.
Okay, yeah, maybe we should try
Or
to guess
maybe
which one
Jameson was the
J-Lo.
one with the spelling mistake.
Which one had
Oh, his
the?
was probably.
He's like, be honest
Dyslexic.
and extremely straightforward. Jameson, I'm sorry, I'm not
That's
trying to
so good.
air you out.
No,
but
I love that though, and I
That was
think
very
that
sweet.
we will try to do mini games like this with different locations as well, so you guys
Yes.
can all get to know the stylists from different locations a little better. I think that would be amazing.
That would be great.
So thank you to everyone from Route 59
Who
gave us
participated,
their little
yes.
notes, because that was actually
We'll,
really
we'll
great. I love
take
that.
we'll put these back on the board in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it on the fridge.
As a memoir.
Or yes.
So now that our little game is over, that's the end of the episode. I guess we will catch you here after dark.
Next time.
Next time with our mimosas again.
Yes.
Yes.
Chuck.
Oh my god.
You did.